The benevolent Lich Lord lies deep in his mountain retreat, his lair far hidden from all who can find him, and he lusts eagerly after the riches and magic of the nearby kingdom. But what is the best way to go about it? One night, while spying on the king, he's noticed that they were having a feast day, and as he watched one of the knights greedily grab a loaf of bread from a tray and start eating it as the butter on the bread sloshed down the knight's chin, the Lich was intrigued. He recalled millennia ago when he too would feast upon such warm bread, how that was the basis for his life. So the thought and idea occurred to the benevolent Lich Lord. So he took what minions he had and set about farming an obscure hidden valley deep within the mountains, taking the produce thereof and storing it away, either by magicking or using some of his more brute slaves to transport the grain that he grew deep into a northern mountain beneath a deep glacier where it could be stored for ages. And after many, many years of this, the Lich Lord had enough grain stored to feed the entire kingdom. And so the benevolent Lich Lord had only to wait for a blight or famine to spread across the land. Or he could, if so chose, the timing was right, fabricate such through his evil magics by paying off rogues to band together and burn the fields, spread blight by some of the clerics of more evil deities. Or he could just wait for it to occur normally. It matters not to him. Time is nothing. And then as the winter draws nigh, and the people are fearing the famine to come as there is no harvest to take in, the Lich Lord, through some of his servants, some of the humans that he has stolen away from their cribs at night and raised as his own, they start bringing down bread for the masses. Little bread shops open throughout the kingdom, feeding the people during this famine, keeping them fresh and their bellies full. The Lich Lord continues with this for many, many, many years, feeding the people. After a few years, they cease farming themselves. They become used to this bread coming from the Lich Lord. The benevolent one also knows that people need things to do. So he opens up centers of learning at his bread posts where people gather anyway, disseminating books and learning and other things of entertainment that the people will find amusing. But he only selects things that he wishes them to learn. They will learn of the tragedies caused by the king and of the clergy and their wars against each other. How this is not needed in a time of plenty where there is always bread to be had. After a while, the people will forget how to farm. They will not look to their leaders or to the church for support, for they need not, for the little bread stations are all that they need. And they have learned this from the scholarship of the Lich Lord. After a generation or two, there is no more farming going on. The Lich Lord supplies all. He can even start moving in his undead minions into the fields that are now vacant and start farming there. Those who are learned and skilled, that he chooses wisely, will act as minions of his and will learn the deeper secrets of necromancy to be able to control and animate these dead, to farm and build whatever needs to be done. Then he will have the land. It will all be his, and the benevolent Lich Lord need not even raise a sword as he becomes the ruler of the kingdom.